All right. Good morning, everybody. And here we are again. It's going to be spring break, and your students are getting ready, and you're getting ready. And we're excited to have Corporal Kimani George again with us this year to remind you and give you tips that you can share with your student as they prepare to go on spring break. So we want to thank everybody who's joining us here and on Facebook. And just to remind you, the recording of this webinar will be available for viewing and sharing and reviewing on Facebook. And then we will post it on our website, uab.edu/families, within about a couple of days with captions. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to email us the questions at families@uab.edu. The purpose of today's webinar is to just help you with tips and strategies that you can share with your student as they prepare to go on spring break. Different plans, different experiences, but we want to share some tips and strategies with you. At the end of this webinar, you will be getting a survey, and we will appreciate your feedback because we try to make all these webinars something that families can benefit from and share with their students. You will also be able to place your questions in the Q&A section here on Zoom or via the comment section on Facebook. So if you see me turning my head, it's because I'm also monitoring Facebook. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Corporal Kimani George, who will take us through the presentation for today. Welcome, Kimani.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So yeah, we'll be talking about just a couple of things as well too, and then I just kind of want to highlight, of course, just some things from, just so that we can just have a reminder of just some things that's on UAB's property while they're away, and then towards the end, I'll integrate some things that are as far as just some spring break tips. So I'm gonna kind of move kind of fast because we've all kind of seen this stuff already. So of course, we have about 130 officers who are here to serve and protect you all while you are here on the campus, whether you're students, faculty, or staff. And then we also have security officers who are here as well too, that are kind of like our second line of defense, and they go around doing the same things that we kind of do, making sure that they watch over 6,000 cameras that are here around the campus and hospital area in the south side of Birmingham. They walk through buildings, parking lots, parking decks, and things like that. And we also do not just secure the campus and the hospital, but anywhere that's in between the radius of any type of UAB building that there is as well too. So one thing that I want to point out here is sometimes when you go out of town and you do have places where you need to go, look for these help phone boxes. I know when you go to certain beaches and things like that, they'll have help phone boxes sometimes on the beach, or they'll have them right on the outside, close to the road. Be aware of those types of things just in case you see something going on, or you may need help of any type of case like that. You can always use these help phone boxes, and they will be able to bring help to your location. Now, if let's say that you are going to the beach or you are going to some area like that, then in most cases they do have officers that are actually stationed for those type of places. So just be mindful that if you need help, use the resources that you have. If you're here at UAB, we do have MARS, which is a motorized assistant road service unit, and we have they do things like unlock your cars in case you lock your keys in your cars. They can jump off your battery in case your battery dies, and they can also put air in your tires in case one of your tires may have went flat. And that's 100% free, and you don't have to worry about paying for that service. And then also, if you're around UAB late at night and you need a ride from point A to point B, anywhere on campus or in our jurisdiction, we can take you from point A to point B between 9 p.m. and we um we can take you from 9 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Also, I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to be able to take a picture of this screen. So here we have Mars number, the campus escort number, and then this is our police emergency and non-emergency number as well too. Even though that you're not on the campus here, let's say that you're off somewhere for spring break and you can't get in contact with 911 for some odd reason, you can call us. We'll always answer the phones to making sure that if we can't, wherever you are, if they can't answer for you, we'll get in contact directly with wherever you are in the United States to make sure that we can get somebody on it to be able to answer the phone or either come to your location wherever you are. All right, so this is a really good app. So you are going out somewhere for spring break, or you may be staying here. Rave Garden is actually a phone app that can it's kind of like a tracker app. So let's say that you're going from, let's say, the store from your hotel to the store or something like that, and it should only take you about 10 minutes to get there. Rave Guardian, you can use this not only just at UAB, but you can use it nationwide, and you can set a timer saying, hey, it should take me 10 minutes to get from point A to point B. And while you're doing this, it'll set an alarm. Once the alarm goes off, what will happen next is you will have to silence the alarm. But let's say you don't silence the alarm, what happens next? Whoever your guardian is will get a text message. So mom, dad, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, cousin, whomever your guardian is, this person will get a an alert. If for some reason this guardian does not respond back to you or make the notification saying that they've received it, then it'll send another notification back to you with asking, do you need help? After you don't say yes that you need help, we will the last ping location that you have, we will if you're on UAB's jurisdiction, we will send a person to come find you, or wherever you are, they will the last ping location will be an officer that will be able to come to wherever you are as well too. Be Alert is an emergency notification system where anything that happens on campus or in our jurisdiction, we alert you to let you know what's going on, whether it's a crime, whether it's a gas leak or a pipe burst somewhere, or whether it's some type of national weather alert where you need to make sure that you know you need to seek shelter from tornadoes, some type of severe weather. Then we will also let you know what's going on there. One reason I really like the app is because once everything is clear and you're back, you can go back to either a building or you can go back to doing whatever you need to do. Be Alert will also alert you on that too. And Be Alert does call, text, and make sure that they send a voicemail. So here are some home safety tips. So these are very important, especially when you're about to leave and go on vacation. Make sure that you lock your doors and windows. Make sure that it's always, I tell people, double check, and then once you check, have somebody else check as well too. Because you don't want to come back and your doors are wide open because you kind of didn't pull the door up all the way or anything like that. You want to make sure that everything is secure before you leave. Make sure that you shut your blinds because if people can see in your house, and they can see what you have going on, your TVs, your couches, anything that they can take and they can grab off you so that they can kind of steal from you. But you have your blind shut, then they should not be able to see through there. Also, make sure that your smoke detectors are that they're working. Especially because if you leave and a fire happens, you want the alert to go off, and then you want it to be able to respond so that the fire department or whomever needs to come can come to your home. And then also, I tell people all the time to make sure that your outdoor areas are very well lit, and have cameras outside of your house. That way you can always be able to see what's going on outside your house. And if someone's not supposed to be there, or if something's going on outside of your house, you will be able to see. And because you have it well lit 360 degrees around your house, then you will be able to see what's going on. Also, when you leave, make sure that you unplug everything. So your wall sense, you need to unplug any space heaters, any candles that need to be plugged in. Make sure all of those things are unplugged because you don't want it to come back and then you end up starting a house fire because you forgot to unplug your candles. I know some people iron right before they leave to go on their trips. Make sure that you unplug the iron because you don't want it to fall over or anything like that and then end up burning the house down. And another thing is to make sure that you have fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers are very important inside of your home, and you want to make sure that you have at least one in the house at the minimum. But if you have a bigger house, make sure that you have two or three, one in the front, one in the back, one upstairs, or one downstairs, depending on how your home is made. So, if you're leaving and you're Ubering to anywhere to get to the airport or wherever you're going and you leave your house, make sure that you lock your car doors. Or you may be taking a family trip somewhere and you are driving your own personal car. When you get out of your car, especially in an area that you're not familiar with, make sure that you lock your car doors. Because you'll be surprised by how many people see your tag and they say, "Oh, they're not from here." So let's just see what they do. So you want to make sure that your car doors are locked, so in case they come and try to jiggle on the handle, they won't be able to get inside your car. Always, always, always be aware of your surroundings, especially if you're going to a place that you've never been before and you don't really know where everything is. You always want to make sure that you can see who's coming up to you, who's walking past you. And also, you just don't want to get lost. Let's say that you walk one direction going and you want to always remember how to get back where you started. So always just be aware of your surroundings. Make certain points in the city like, oh yeah, I remember this statue right here because we passed by this on the way there. Or yes, I remember this store. So, and that's why I know I'm going the right way because this store was here when we walked past. It was on my left, now it's on my right, so I know I'm going back the right direction. Um, don't walk with your headphones in. AirPods, Beats, any type of thing that covers your hearing. You want to make sure that you can always hear and be alert when you're around. If you have to use them to talk on the phone, just try to have one in. That way, at least if someone comes up to you, you can be able to hear their feet, or you can hear like just jingling of keys, their clothes swishing together. You want to make sure that you can hear all of that while you're coming up. And also, don't leave any valuables inside of your car. I know if you're going shopping, and you're going from store to store to store, always put your whatever you buy or anything like that inside the trunk. That way, no one will really know what you have. They will know is that what they can see through the car windows. So you always want to try to like when you're going somewhere new, you always want to just make sure that you don't have anything in your car that can just make somebody want to come and take things from you. Be very mindful of that. Just another few things that you want to be mindful of is always let somebody know where you're going, whether it's a family member or anything like that. If and only if you can trust your neighbors, I will let them know just to keep an eye on your house, just to let them know what's going on. Now if it's a student and one of your students, or one of your kids or anything like that, they're going on a trip with their friends, make sure that you have some type of way that you can track them. I know it's a big thing about they want their freedom and they want to make sure that they can just be on their own. But it's more so of a safety thing. You want to make sure that you can know where they are at all the times, not just because you want to just be over them, but it's also just because you want to make sure that if something goes wrong, you can locate where they are. Also, you want to make sure that you have your things in order. You have your license in case something goes wrong. And if you have any type of allergies when you go out of town, you want to make sure that you have all the reasonable things. And you can't expect everybody just to know what's going on with you. So if you are going to a restaurant, make sure that they know that you have these certain type of allergies, because you don't want to go in there and have anything happen to you. Also, know where your police department is when you're going out of town. Know how to get there or how far it is away. Don't accept any drinks from anyone that you don't know. Also, if you leave your drink on the table, and you've been gone and it's been out of your vision for a while, do not drink that drink anymore. It is no longer safe, and that's how you should feel. So you always want to keep your drinks in your hand or in your eyesight at all times. And also, the main thing is to have fun, but just try to be safe when you're walking at nighttime. Always try to walk in well-lit areas. If something seems kind of creepy, go with your gut and don't go that direction. Or if you gotta have to find some way around that area if it's not well lit. And you want to stay where people can see you. If you have to yell and kick or scream, always make sure that you just do what you have to do to make sure that you're safe. That's really all I have as far as the presentation goes. If anybody has any question, I'm open to the questions. Or if you need me, you can reach out to me at any point in time. I'm also going to be on spring break because I'm in school as well too. But I'll always be at work Monday through Friday. And then if not Monday through Friday, we do have officers that's on the clock 24 hours a day, 7 days a week as well too.
Thank you. No, this is very helpful. If you can place your information from the very beginning slide, I think that would be helpful for families in case they didn't have a chance to take note of that. And so, again, families, the purpose of today's webinar was to provide you with some tips and information that you can share with your students as they prepare to go on spring break, wherever they want to go, and whatever activity that they're going to be engaging in. And as Corporal Kimani George said, it is a time of exploration, self-discovery, independence, but it's also something that it's a good conversation to have, not just for now, but for daily life as well. So it's just good tips to have. So if you have any questions at this time, we invite you to place them on the Q&A section here, and we will be glad to read them over. And I'm also monitoring Facebook. So this is a great opportunity in case you have questions and in case there's something that you want to share with your student, and maybe you don't know how to approach that conversation. One thing that I think was very valuable is to be aware of the surroundings, not just during spring break, but all the time, and just go with help students understand that they can trust their gut. And if something doesn't feel right, it's okay, and so they can take other decisions and make other choices at that time. So I'm monitoring here and I'm not seeing any additional questions, but this has been very helpful. And again, if you have any questions, you can call directly you can email Corporal George or the UAB Police Department. If I understood you correctly, they can call the UAB Police Department, doesn't matter where they are, in case they feel unsafe.
Yeah, so what we do best is try to once we know where your location is or wherever it is, we have at least three dispatchers on call on shift at a time. So while one is talking to you, the other one will try to hurry and get the local number for whatever police department it is, and let's say that they're going to St. Louis, and then what we'll do is they'll tell us where they are. And then we was like, okay, well, we'll try to, we're gonna call the St. Louis Police Department, whoever it is in that local city, to try to come to your location and do that.
See, that's something very important. I know students don't know this. As a family member and parent, I didn't know that. And so that's always good to know, because even if they're not on the UAB campus, there's always that communication, very good communication
Mhm.
between police departments. And so for the safety of our students and everywhere they are, that's one option that students have. And so make sure you tell your student that, if anything else, if they don't remember anything, the UAB Police Department number, they can say, just call. Of course, the 911 number in the area is also another option. And
Mhm.
again, we don't want to instill any fear or anything. We're just
Right.
trying to provide you with tips and just daily life strategies for students to be safe. And we know that as family members, we all always are thinking and wanting the best for our students and for them to make the best choices. So I am not seeing any questions at this time. And so before we go, is there any last things, last tips or anything that you want to share with families?
Just the biggest thing is just to make sure that y'all have fun while y'all out there, create memories and that you'll have for a long lifetime. Take pictures, record videos, and just if you have a gut feeling about something, try not to just go against it. Just be as safe as possible. It's okay to not want to do certain things because you have a fear that this person may do something to you. As long as you're being safe and just doing it the appropriate way, then everything's gonna be all right. And just have fun and be safe.
All right. Awesome. So again, we're not seeing any questions, but we want to thank everybody who joined us here today. If you have any questions later on, you can always send them to families@uab.edu, and we'll be glad to send those questions to the best resource to answer your inquiries. So have a great rest of your day, everybody. Have a wonderful spring break. Enjoy, like you said, Corporal George, the memories. It's making memories and learning from the different experiences. So we wish everybody a wonderful spring break and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.